Hey guys, so today's video, as promised, is going to be my Morphe kind of catch-up video. It's going to be a review, and I'm also going to be doing a demo. Somewhere on the screen will be the time where the demo starts, and also it will be down below. I'm just going to jump right in to this review. So let's start off with this brush right here. This is the Morphe M439 brush. It's a really pretty foundation brush, very big, very dense, but not too dense. I really like how big the handle is. Some people don't like that, but I like when my foundation handles are big so I can really grasp on and really just effortlessly do my foundation. This gives my foundation such like an airbrush finish. I love it. And that's what I really look for in a buffing brush. Is that airbrushed finish. I do like other buffing brushes, but this one has to be my favorite so far that I found like at a drugstore price. This one retails for around $14, but if you can get it on sale, that would be even better, or with a discount code. Yeah, but I'll have all the details down below, so make sure to check that out. But as you can see, I did my foundation today with this brush, and it just gave it such a nice finish. I don't even have to, I can apply it once. I don't even have to go over again to buff extra things out because it doesn't crease, it doesn't leave lines. It just really distributes the product really nicely on my face. So this brush gets 2 thumbs up. I love this brush and highly recommend it for someone who really wants to make their foundation look absolutely amazing at such an inexpensive price. I really love it. And as for the packaging, it feels really nice. The M collection isn't their higher end brushes, but it is better quality than, let's say, their MB brushes. But this one feels really nice. It's not very heavy, but it doesn't feel cheap, you know? The bristles on this is so soft. Like the minute I opened it, I just started doing this and it was so soft. I'm really impressed with how soft these bristles are. Next brush I got is the Morphe E4. Now this is part of their Elite collection, and you can even tell it's part of that collection because of how pretty it looks. This brush is gorgeous. Just looking at it, it's gorgeous. I really like this brush for my blush. That's what I used it today. And even for bronzing or contouring, you can really do that. You can even get up on the temples, you know, not on the nose, but you can really bronze your face with this and do all that. I really like it. These bristles are extremely soft. Like, compared to the foundation brush, these are really soft. This is just a beautiful brush. It's super soft. This one again was around $14, and this one feels and looks more high-end, which I really like. This here is the Morphe M501. Now this is probably, I really like this brush, but probably the one I think, not as worst quality, but I just feel like the bristles aren't as soft as the other ones. The other ones are very soft, whereas this one does feel kind of scratchy. But it's the perfect shape just to hit the top of the cheekbones. I highlighted my cheekbones with it today, and it just gave them such a nice look. I really like the highlighter I used, but this brush is perfect, and it just fits right on the cheekbones, and this is around $7, so really good price for a good drugstore highlighting brush, like this type of brush. You can also use it to set your under concealer, but I wouldn't recommend it because it is kind of scratchy. I would just use it for highlighting and stuff like that. As for these two brushes, let me start off with this one. This is the Morphe MB23. It's a very fluffy crease brush that has really long bristles, and I love it for blending out. It blends out shadows effortlessly and is great for a crease / transition brush. Love this one, and the bristles again are super soft. As for this one, this is the Morphe MB13. Now this one again is a crease type brush, but as you can see, the bristles are more flat and it's more tapered, so you could also use this all over the lid. And then, you know, this is a great brush if you kind of just want one brush to do your whole eye look and be done. I would really recommend this one because you can do your all over shadow color. You could do your lid, you could also kind of do the inner corners, and because it has that taper, you could even kind of get there under the lashes. So I highly recommend this brush for those people who just want one brush and that's it for their eyes, which you could definitely complete a whole eye look with this brush if you really wanted to. And the last brush I have is the Morphe M162. This brush is a lash slash brow brush. This has a spoolie on one side and the comb type thing on the other. I love the spoolie for my brows. It is like the perfect size for my brows. I have pretty thick and long brows, so it is perfect for that. And then the brush sides are perfect to kind of brush out your lashes and remove any clumps. So I highly recommend this. Okay, so let's get into the demo part of this video. And yeah, so let's go. I have non-stop, every single foundation look I've been doing has been with this brush right here. It's the Morphe M439. It's so dense, but it still gives you room to really blend the foundation out. Some brushes that are way too dense just kind of give you those streaks. I'm going to be using the Hydrate and Smooth foundation from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me foundation, just in the Hydrate and Smooth formula for dry skin. I really love this foundation. I just haven't used it in quite a while. It just distributes the product really nicely, and I feel like this brush doesn't absorb too much product, which is really, really nice, because then you really can get the most full coverage look. You can see already it covered, you know. I don't know, I love how this foundation, I don't really have to go over many places as far as blending, because it just blends them out really well. It has nice coverage, and I think it's a great size. I really liked my Real Technique buffing brush, and I still do, but I feel like that one is smaller and leaves more streaks. But I do like that one more for concealing. When I do more of a full face concealer look, I like that one because it just is smaller. So yeah, no streaks, very, very nicely distributed the product, and it's just awesome because it just distributes it nicely and it blends it out beautifully. So I really like that about it, about this foundation. I like this foundation to start with, but because I find with dewy formulas, it's, if your brush is not good, I can't use this brush whenever I use dewy formula. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, just because it's way too streaky. But this one is beautiful, and it just, and that's why I wanted to use a dewy foundation today, so you guys can really see that. So let's move on to do the rest of my face. I won't be using all Morphe brushes today, but most of them will be. So let's just go on to my concealer. You guys have probably seen me do this 1,000 times. I'm going to be using the Wake Me Up concealer and the Age Rewind concealer, just because the Wake Me Up is not light enough to put under my eyes. Go here. As for my eyes, none of the brushes I really ordered do I like for the eyes. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. This is probably my absolute favorite brush out of the whole bunch, especially for just how it looks. This is the Morphe E4. Because it's slanted, you could definitely do a contour, which I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to be using this NYC Sun and Bronze bronzing powder, just like how dewy this is. Not dewy, how glowy. And then you can just really get, and you can also bronze with this, not only contour, you know, it's also something that you could bronze with, which I really like about it. Just gonna clean off this brush quickly from, okay. How did these things just fall out of my hand like that? Now we're gonna do blush. I love this brush for blush. Not as much for contour. I mean, as you can see, I just got a beautiful bronze with it, but I've just been using it for blush mainly, but I do like it for contour as well. I'm going to be using this Essence Silky Touch blush. I love the sheen from this, and I love applying it with this brush. It fits perfectly into the pan, and it just gives more pigmentation. And this brush, you can just apply your blush so easily and so precisely, at the same time getting a very natural look from your blush. There, I've done my blush, and then again I go in with that Morphe brush just to kind of melt everything together. I really like that look. Now we're gonna highlight. Now this brush that I got here, I specifically got for a highlight. This is the Morphe M501. I love this brush for highlighting, especially for hitting the top of the cheekbones and down the bridge of the nose. So I'm going to take this Hard Candy. This is actually a bronzer, but it's in the shade Tiki, so it's light enough to highlight, and it's a beautiful golden flaky highlight. And we're going to be hitting the top of the cheekbones with this. You can see this brush is just perfect for hitting the top of the cheekbones, down the nose, just on the chin, a little bit on the forehead, on the cupid's bow. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Prism palette with this first shade. I mentioned a lot that I really like this first shade for highlighting. So we're just going to hit the top of the cheekbones again, but just with this more, look how that, I love this for highlighting. It's so pretty. Just right on the nose. As you can see, I love this, and I love how it applies my highlight. This brush is absolutely amazing. Definitely one of the more scratchier brushes, but I mean, because you're not doing a whole lot with it, just, you know, here it doesn't bother me. It's a really nice brush. I'm just going to be grabbing my Urban Decay palette just for those two matte shades, because that's all I'm going to be using in the eyes. Well, mostly all I'm going to be using in the eyes today. We're going to be taking this brush right here. This is the Morphe MB23. It's a beautiful fluffy crease brush, really one of my favorites. And we're going to take Buck from the palette, which is just a great transition shade. I'm just going to pat the color down on both lids and use that as my kind of transition crease shade. The other brush, this is the Morphe M13. Now this is also a really good fluffy brush, but it's flatter, so you can also use this all over the lid. We're going to drag this color down and add another shade at the same time. This I'm going to be taking Naked from the palette and placing that on the lid and dragging it up. This brush is right here is the last brush I bought. This is the Morphe M162. Now this is an eyebrow and lash brush. So we're going to go ahead and brush our eyebrows up. Please excuse them. I will zoom in, you guys in a little closer so you can see. And then we're just going to brush that through. And that's literally all I do for my brows. So after I do my mascara, by the way, I use Lash Exfoliator Endless, and all the details of every single product I've used will be down below as always. So anyway, this brush, I use it for a couple different things. The spoolie side I always use for my brows, and it works perfectly. And this side right here, this brush thing I haven't used much. Sometimes I like to use this on my lower lashes just to kind of make them more full, like, so they don't attach, because my lower lashes, whenever I put mascara on the lower lashes, they like to clump up, so I use that one instead of this side. But on the upper lashes, I like to use this comb, make sure you don't stab yourself, just to get rid of any clumping, and it works beautifully. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you see how much I really love these Morphe brushes, and I'm so eager to try more. Make sure you leave down any recommendations on brushes that you have, either from Morphe or other brands. Make sure you leave all that down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!